Welcome to itdesk.tv. So China is about to roll out a national internet ID system. We're not so sure about that. Let's pump the brakes a minute here. Imagine waking up one day to find that your digital identity is no longer just a collection of usernames and passwords, but a single government issued ID. I mean, that would be crazy, alright? But this is not just some dystopian novel. This is not the future. China is actually contemplating rolling out a national internet ID system. It's a bold move. They'll combat the chaos of anonymity, enhance security, but at what cost? So on one hand, you have the allure of a unified digital identity, which is undeniable. Logging into services, scanning your ID, no more forgotten passwords, no more phishing scams, no more confusion about who you are. And we get that a lot here. The government argues that this system could reduce cybercrime, of course, curb the spread of misinformation, and create a safer online environment. It's a seductive proposition, too good to be true, some may say. Let's peel back the layers of this shiny promise. The idea of a national internet ID raises a lot of questions about privacy and control. Who gets to decide what constitutes acceptable behavior online? Who monitors for compliance? What happens to those who dare to dissent in a country where the government already tightens the grip? The introduction of a digital ID just gives them a tighter grip. Now, it's not just about security, it's about surveillance, right? Every click, every search, every interaction could be tracked, cataloged, scrutinized. But under the national ID system, the very act of speaking out could become a risk. Dissenters could be easily identified and silenced. Their presence just erased with just a flick of a switch. The vibrant tapestry of ideas, and we all are different, we're just going to be relegated to a monochrome landscape for conformity. What about marginalized communities, the groups that rely on it? Activists, whistleblowers, persons seeking refuge from oppressive regimes. Anonymity is now a necessity for those, and if there's a national internet ID, all of those could be stripped away. Then there's a question of access. Not everyone can have equal access to technology or the internet. So what will happen to those who cannot? Are they just going to be relegated out of the system to the fringes? The divide could widen, that's what we're saying, and it could create a new class of disenfranchised people, cut off from opportunities and information. Let's not forget about the potential for abuse. History is littered with examples of this. Governments using technology to exert control over their citizens. What do you think a national ID could do? The very tools to protect us could become the instruments of oppression. Now, in the end, the proposal for a national ID system is actually a good one. We like the idea. It's just that it promises convenience and security, but it also threatens our privacy and our freedom and individuality. As we stand on the precipice of the digital transformation, and it is going to happen, ask ourselves, what kind of society do we want to build? One where we are, where identities are reduced to just a number, or one that cherishes the diversity of thought, the richness of anonymity, and the freedom to connect without fear? Choice is ours. itdesk.tv, unlocking doors.